Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to look at a weird case where a woman was ostracized over racially profiling a black man because she thought she was going to be kidnapped or whatever.
What's going on? Do you live here?
Yeah.
You do?
Papa.
I don't believe that.
What?
I don't believe that.
So what are you doing here?
Rory, come on. Rory, come on.
So at this point she feels uncomfortable because the man has been following her in a gray truck while she goes on her afternoon run that she said she started enjoying, but she saw a truck turn the corner and slowly follow her.
Did someone come here?
That was my wife. Somebody chased her up here. And she had kids.
Who chased her?
She said somebody in a silver truck.
A gray truck, and he came
So
around the corner,
I don't
and
know if you guys have a
I was
read.
in the street, and so I come up, and I just have my kids, and so I'm like gonna pretend that I'm coming home, and so I pull up and I start walking to your back gate, and he stops here and he goes, "Are you looking for someone?" And I said, "Nope," and then he sat here, and I was like, "I need to get in."
Well, that's my husband. That's why he lives here. Yeah.
Little did she know it was just the man going slow so he could see his Christmas lights, but understandably she was panicked because it was a slow truck coming up behind her, so she just goes to the nearest house she can get to and pretend like it's her house, only to find out that that house is from the man that she's running away from.
He lives here. So he came in and he said there's a lady screaming, and I'm like, that's...
She got all worried that she said,
Scared the crap out of me.
How?
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
How did he scare you,
I
though?
had a feel.
I just seen her in the driveway and I was like, are you looking for somebody? Because I was pulling up out
And I
home.
saw someone walking in our driveway, too, and I'm like, why is someone walking in our driveway?
Well, I'm
Well, there
sorry.
we got it. All right, sorry.
What?
I don't.
She said that someone was following her. So you were walking from there?
You came this way, didn't you?
No, I came down this street right here.
Yeah.
And I was riding slow because I'm looking at our Christmas lights.
Well, you just have to understand my point of view. Being by myself with two kids, I just saw a car coming, and so I was like, oh, it scared me, and so I just pulled up here, and I kept thinking, this could be his house. But you didn't say, this is my home. You just said, are you looking?
He did say this is his home, but you said I don't think so, even though he was backing up in his own driveway.
Yeah, when you was on the porch, you asked me, did I live here? I said, yeah.
And you said, no, you don't.
And you said, I don't think you do.
It was obviously, you could tell that I was really caught off guard.
Like, I'm pulling in my, it's like I'm pulling in my house. Like, this is not, this neighborhood is probably one of the best neighborhoods in Ohio.
It is.
You don't have to worry about stuff like that.
Well, I'm very sorry. I really hope that you're not upset with me.
Come on, baby, go in the house. Let's go.
You told me that I didn't. You said you didn't think I live here.
It was the way that you were talking. I was so caught off guard. I'm so sorry.
So after all the backlash on the boomer website that's called Facebook, she went live on her HOA community trying to address the thing, save her ass pretty much, and say that she's not racist, pretty much making one of the first 2025 apology videos, which if you're in the internet, you know that never goes well.
So I went out and we're jogging, and I was on the back end of the neighborhood that's newer construction, and it's dark. There's not many lights back there. A lot of new builds, not homes that are established. And so I'm turning, and I kept telling Rory, she's like wanting to stop, and I'm like, this isn't an area to stop. Like, let's get through to the main part of the neighborhood. So we got our Christmas music on, and we're jogging, and we're turning the circle, and I can see down our main drag, and I see car lights. And so Mom sensor, I was just like, car. There weren't many cars out, and I just saw those headlights. Just random thought. I was like, car. And so as we're running, I see the headlights behind me. And so I, like any of us have been taught, I think a lot of women have been taught, hey, if you ever, feel unsafe or you feel cars approaching, go to the closest house that is nearby and just pretend that it's yours. So that's exactly what I did.
Now I understand her. I'm not a woman, but I understand that being at night with your kids alone is a pretty high risk, and you probably should carry something around like mace and stuff like that, especially when you start getting those mom signals, as she said.
I see headlights. I don't even look to see what the car looks like. I just see headlights behind me, and I'm like, I gotta get us off the street. Didn't even think much of it. So I take my stroller and I get in the grass and go on the sidewalk, and the car starts to slow behind us. And which I was like, okay, he's slowing down. So I'm walking forward and I tell Rory, hey, turn here. And so she turns, and I said, don't look back, but just turn here. And so she has no idea, what I'm doing or why I'm doing it, but she's walking up the sidewalk. And so the car continues to slow. I'm not looking backwards, but then I hear words say, can I help you with something? And it wasn't super friendly. It was, and I get it. Like, what are you doing? Like, can I help you with something?
He asked, can I help you with something, because you're in his fucking driveway. If anybody was in my driveway, I'd be like, yo, can I help you with something? Are you looking for someone? Like, why the fuck are you here? She's just recapping what we literally just saw at the beginning of the video. It's just her going to somebody's house because she feels unsafe. So she rings on the Ring door camera. That doesn't work. So she just runs down the street yelling, help, help me. Then she goes to a next door neighbor, but tries to ask her, hey, was that person black? Which is fucking strange.
I was at her house. She literally asked me and said, she said, I don't know how to ask this. She goes, but was it a black man? Because she goes, it's a black family that lives there. And I said, no, I believe that this is a white man. He was a white man in a truck. A young white man is what I said. And she said, okay. She goes, because that's a black family that lives there. And I said, no, I don't think that it was a black man. And then when my husband got there, I stood out front, and we're still trying to get the Ring doorbell footage of me talking to my husband. But he asked me again, he said, what house was it? And I said, it was this house right here. And he goes, are you sure it wasn't a black guy? He goes, because that's a black family. And I said, no, I don't believe that it was a black man.
I still don't know why she keeps emphasizing the fact that it wasn't a black man. I think it's just her way of defending her own ass. I'm not going to bore you with the rest of the whole video. She's just trying to save her ass from saying that she's not racist. She never really thought that the guy was a black man. I do want to call out August the Duck, because he made a statement saying that Michelle was patting herself in the back, saying that she controlled everything correctly.
What are you talking about? Then she starts patting herself on the back. I can't make this shit up. She says, looking back at the video, I'm proud of myself. Not just for the success I've achieved, but for the growth I've experienced. I'm proud that even in the hardest moments, I was able to handle the situation with grace and not spaz out when it could have been so easy to lose control. Ma'am, I guess we have different definitions of certain words.
When in actuality, it was Mr. Jenkins the one who was patting himself on the back, saying how he was actually handling this correctly, which he posted on his Instagram. Again, August could have looked into it a little bit more, but I think he just decided to include that, thinking that she said that. So yeah, caught him making shit up, even though he said, I can't make this shit up. Looking,
Thanks, guys. I just sit here and I'm like, man, is there like anything that I could say just to like make people drop it? I just don't think there is. I just think it's just gonna hang there for a minute. Thank you for giving your time to this, everybody. It's not y'all's issue at all.
in the end, I do feel bad for her. She could have handled the situation a little bit better, but I do understand that women nowadays, especially at night, feel very insecure, especially when there's normal cars or just people that look suspicious. But the worst thing she could have done was post an apology video online, because everybody's just going to take everything and flip it upside down, no matter how much you try to say I'm sorry. So she should have just ignored everything to begin with. Anyway, that's all I got for today. See ya.